What is good? Welcome back to the WTFW podcast. Man, we've missed y'all. And when I say we, I know Nemean Lion's still not here, but hey, that is all right. He's on his way back. The seeds have been planted, and we will be back at full strength here soon. And hey, I was gone a while. Kanye, Twitty, yeah, I was gone a while. And all I have to say is this: is I was gone for good reason. What an amazing trip that I had. I ended up driving from Seattle all the way down to San Francisco and all the way back. And it was absolutely off the chain. It is how we say fire, from riding horses on the beach, putting my toes in every beach from the whole West Coast. Man, ended up at the Redwood Forest. That was trash, though. I'm gonna say this right now. That was trash. Trash. You ever been 200 feet up in the air on a rope bridge in the Redwood Forest? Man, I don't know about you, but that kind of height, that trash. I looked like a little kid scared for his life. But overall, my trip was amazing. Life has been moving fast, and but now, hey, summer's over. We getting back into things, and so we back into the WTFW podcast, and we got some fire, we got some predictions, and I got some trash for you. And you know what? Been gone so long, gonna jump right into it. Hey, let's kick it off with the actual perma fire of the week. No matter what, hands down, Riddle and no. Early fire, Matt Riddle. The fact that some wrestlers are getting their first names back, that is fire. Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins had a promo on Monday that was so scathing, was so personal. I just gotta say, perma fire. This feud has been absolutely off the chain, and it has made it to where that's the match I'm looking forward to the most at Clash at the Castle. Another perma fire. I gotta say this: Triple H and his new regime and the new everything. I mean, Monday Night Raw, it finally feels like you can expect the unexpected. With SmackDown, it feels like you can expect the unexpected. Absolute fire. Triple H, thank you. I said this months ago. Put Triple H in charge, see what happens, and the results have put AEW on their heels. Yeah, I'll say it. Put AEW on their heels, and it only looks better and better from this way out. So hey, yeah, Triple H taking over, fire. This weekend, 2 days of a pay-per-view. You got Clash at the Castle, and you got NXT Worlds Collide. Absolute fire. Bailey, ding dong, hello, they're back. And not only bringing back Bailey, but bringing back Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Yeah, I said it right. It's going to take me a while because I was a big fan in NXT of both these girls. And the new faction, you know what it is. It's fire. What else we got? Fire. Ziggler transitioning from a power bomb to a famouser on Monday Night Raw. If you ain't seen that, go back, get the rewind, get it in ya. It is absolute fire. Another fire moment. Hey, the boss always talked about it. Did we all forget that Kevin Owens was owed a championship match? Did you forget? I didn't forget. Matt didn't forget. Nobody else forgot. But guess what? Vince McMahon did. And now that Triple H is in charge, nah. Kevin Owens is on fire. And that goes straight into my next fire moment. It's something I've been waiting for a good long while. I see the seeds planted. I see the time coming where KO and Sami Zayn reunite. Because hey, I like Sami Zayn in the bloodline. I gotta say, I like Sami Zayn as an honorary Uce. I dig it.
Looks like your Wi-Fi name or password has changed.
Oh,
to update
man.
your Wi-Fi information.
You know what? That's trash. That's trash. My Alexa likes to just randomly say things all day long.
Like your Wi-Fi name
yep.
or password
See,
has changed.
she's talking again. And that's how you know that this is being recorded live, because all I gotta say is one word that starts with an A, and that little machine just starts going off. But back to reality. Dewdrop, Nikki ASH. No, I didn't say Nikki Trash. I said Nikki ASH. Nikki not only losing the cape and donning a jacket like Dewdrop, and then returning to NXT to challenge for the NXT Tag Team Women's titles. Yeah, that's fire. Because, hey, I gotta say this. Now, when you have somebody from the main roster go down to NXT, it's not always a demotion. Because what it allows is it allows the NXT superstars, professional wrestlers, whatever you want to call them, it gives them a chance to have a feud. It gives them a chance to step up and level up. Yeah, no pun intended. With performers and wrestlers from the main roster. So Dewdrop, Nikki ASH going down to NXT to battle for the titles. That, my friends, is absolute fire. Hey, with all the fire that we got, there is some trash. I gotta tell you, the women's tag team match on Monday Night Raw, with Dakota and Io, and then the way it ended. I'm not saying that I'm against Raquel and Aaliyah, but I'm gonna say it. I'm against Raquel and Aaliyah. In my opinion, Raquel and Aaliyah, tag team champions, absolute trash. Because hey, I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't know if it was a work shoot, what it was, but the bottom line is Dakota wasn't legal. And she got pinned for the loss. That don't make no sense. No sense at all. But I gotta slow roll it, because with Triple H in charge, we've been noticing a few things changing. For one, false finishes or messed up finishes aren't always done in storyline. They're not always done on purpose. But the thing is it has given us the element of we don't know what's going to happen. I think it's going to set up a long-term feud, because me and the rest of the WWE fan base, not universe, the fan base, we all really, really wanted Dakota and Io to win that title, and they didn't give it to us. So in a form, that's fire. I'm just saying, the bottom line is Raquel and Aaliyah, trash as champions. Aaliyah is not ready. I don't care what anybody says. She's not ready. She almost as trash as Trash Legend. Trash Legend. Yeah, you heard me, casual. She's still trash. Anyways, what else did we have that was trash? I gotta say, the 6-woman tag team match between the Nobodies and Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. The match made no sense to me. The squash made no sense. It was a waste of time. And in a show that has just been jam-packed with fire, I gotta say, it just was pointless. It was pointless. But it does tell me this, and that will come to our predictions later, that I think that sets up what may happen at Clash of the Castle. And then final trash so far, I gotta say some trash. Trash. The sanitation crew is here to take out the trash. Why was Finn Balor on NXT to talk almost in babyface form to Braun Breaker? Made no sense. Finn Balor, he already went to NXT. He's done 2 stints. He's the longest champion in NXT history. Okay, I get it. Cool. So why do you have to come talk with Braun Breaker? That made no sense to me. And in my mind, in my opinion, my humble opinion, trash. But hey, this weekend we got two amazing pay-per-view events. I'm still going to call them pay-per-views. You can call them premium live events. You can call them whatever you want. But this weekend, we got Clash at the Castle, and we got NXT's Worlds Collide. And Worlds Collide is going to give a good opportunity for a lot of people who haven't seen NXT UK. It's going to give a lot. It's going to give a lot because NXT UK is folding. And we are going to get NXT Europe. So even though 15 wrestlers got released from NXT UK, the remaining 15, 20, they getting some shine. They getting a pay-per-view, and they're getting folded into NXT. So I got to say, you know what? That there is fire. And that's going to bring me to our predictions because, hey, Casual Rust fan always gives me crap because we be doing our predictions on Friday after SmackDown. Well, you know what? We giving them to y'all today. Because I'm going to be in Vegas watching all these pay-per-views this weekend. And, not only that, hey, some other fire, some quick fire. Monday Night Raw in Portland. I'm going to be there September 12th. Friday Night SmackDown, September 9th. I'm going to be there in Seattle. And the biggest fire of the absolute year, Kanye Twitty and Miss Kanye Twitty are going to be in LA April 1st and 2nd for WrestleMania. Yeah, tickets are on lock. The trip's on lock. The hotel is booked. And I cannot wait to go to my first ever WrestleMania. But now, let's go ahead and let's get into it. We gonna get into the predictions for Clash at the Castle. First up, you got Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. And this is a no-brainer for me. This is a no-brainer to me. If the match was only for one of the titles, I might have a different prediction. But the bottom line is this, is I do not see anybody winning both the titles off Roman at the same time, unified, because that don't make no sense. You got to have Roman with the title at WrestleMania. So until they do that, I'm sorry, I don't care who it is going against Roman Reigns. I don't care what the finish is, if it's a false finish, if it's a disqualification, if it's a double count out, all of that. Here's my prediction. I'm not going to predict on this one who's going to win. I'm going to predict who's going to retain the titles. And that is your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. I think this match is going to end in some kind of disqualification, double count out, something like that. But we all know that the titles cannot switch hands under those circumstances. So yeah, there's a chance Drew wins the match, but there is zero chance that the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, loses. And I will say this, I'll make another bold prediction. I think this is when we see the return of Paul Heyman. Yeah, I said it. So, prediction, I'll just throw it out there then. Drew gonna win the match somehow, but he ain't taking the titles. Roman keeping the titles. Next up, you got Shayna Baszler. You got Liv Morgan. Yeah, Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan for the women's title. Hey, this is easy. This is no-brainer. I'm sorry, Shayna. You just ain't there yet. There's nothing to be invested in. Liv Morgan, hands down, no questions asked, wins that and takes and retains the title. After that, we got Sheamus and Gunther. I'm making it bold. I'm going to another world. I'm going to my own fantasy land. I love Gunther. I love it. But I'm going to say this. I think that I'm making it. Sheamus wins, finally gets the Intercontinental title, and I'm saying it. Sheamus wins. That's fire. Sheamus wins. But no matter what, I believe that this is going to be the second most brutal match on the card because Gunther and Sheamus chopping the absolute smack out of each other. It's going to be epic. But I'm saying it now. Sheamus wins the title, the match, and sets up a long-term feud with Gunther. And after that, we got Bayley and the Squad. Ew. Dakota versus Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka. And I'm going to say that. Sorry.
Like
see, I can't say that word. See, I can't say Miss Bliss's name in my house because then my you-know-what likes to just start talking. But I'm going to say this. Bayley and the crew, they win. They win because you cannot bring them in like this, have them lose the tag team tournament and all. No, we need to build some credibility around Bayley because Bayley got it. Bayley got it. She credible on her own. She credible on her own. And so is Dakota. Oh man, Dakota's running kick. Her version of the haluva kick is one of the most brutal kicks in the game, and I'm calling it. Bayley, Dakota, Io, they win hands down and put down the champions or put down Bianca the champion because that will ultimately set up a great match between Bayley and Bianca. After that, we got what I am calling, I'm going to skip over that. Hold up. Let's go to Judgment Day versus Ray and Edge. Now, I know Ray and Edge, they were former tag team champions, but I don't need them together now. I'm not emotionally invested. I can't believe I'm saying that I am not emotionally invested in Edge's storyline at all. At all. It don't do it for me. So I'm calling it right now. The Judgment Day takes out Ray and Edge, and I honestly think that this is the time where Dominic finally turns heel and joins the Judgment Day. And that brings us to the last match, which I believe is going to be the show stealer. It's going to be the prime event of the event. It's going to be the fire moment of the whole pay-per-view. Matt Riddle versus Seth frickin' Rollins. And I'm making my pick. It don't matter really who wins because this match is going to be so brutal and off the chain. But no. Seth ain't losing another one. I'm saying it. Seth ain't losing another one on a premium live event. I'm done with it. And I'm sticking by my guns. And I'm going to say after a brutal fire match, I got Seth frickin' Rollins taking out Matt Riddle. And maybe this is a return of Randy Orton. Who knows? I feel like there's going to be a lot of surprises coming at Clash of the Castle. And to be honest with you, the fact that Clash at the Castle is happening, that alone is absolute fire. So to give you one last rundown, Drew versus Roman. I got Drew winning the match, but Roman keeping the titles, period. As far as Shayna versus Liv all day. Sheamus and Gunther, I'm going with it. Sheamus getting the Intercontinental title. Bayley and her crew versus Bianca and their crew. I'm saying it. Bayley all the way. Ding dong. Hello. And then you got Riddle versus Seth. And I'm going Seth freaking Rollins. And with Judgment Day versus Ray and Edge. Yeah. Judgment Day all day. And I already know this pay-per-view is going to cause a lot of rifts in my household because practically every pick I'm making, Miss Kanye Twitty disagrees, and she on the other side. So it's going to be a brutal match in my own household while watching the pay-per-view. But the best part about the pay-per-view, the best part of it all, Vegas. I will be sitting in Vegas that morning watching the pay-per-view, and that right there alone is fire. Absolute fire. fire, and I can't wait. This is a nice, short, sweet, quick to the point episode because we had to get our predictions in. I had to let y'all know that we weren't gone anywhere. Nemean Lion's on his way back. You don't worry about that. Nobody worry. Nemean Lion is on his way back. But hey, for the time being, Kanye Twitty gonna hold it down. The sanitation crew will be back in full effect, not too distant in the future. So let me make sure I get my shout outs. I'm gonna say my first shout out, Mr. Casual Wrestling Fan and your whole crew. Even though you suck, no, I'm just kidding. You know you don't suck. But even though you're going to probably name and predict every match correctly, I'm still going to give you your shout out. I'm still going to show you your respect. And the rest of the podcasting crew, from your SmackDown review, your AEW review, your NXT review, your Weekend review, your nostalgia. There's so much content on the WWE podcast. I mean, you don't even need to watch the shows. You can just listen to all of us and get all the information you need. And that's why we here. And it feels good, I got to say. It feels good to be back. Kanye Twitty, WTFW podcast. We're back in full effect. We're going to have our next show next week with a full roundup of both pay-per-views. Both. We're going to talk about it all. I may even have a special guest. Who knows? Maybe it'll even be Nemean Lion. Who knows? The only way you can find out is to tune in next week. And follow the WTFW podcast. You can catch us on Twitter at WTFW Trash. You can email us at WTFWTrash@yahoo.com and let us know what you think. Let us know. If you want, maybe we'll even put you on the show, because that's the bottom line. You want on the show, we putting you on the show. Be sure to check out the mailbag tonight as the Casual crew takes over. And I think maybe I'm going to have to send me an email in, because I know Casual ain't listening to the show. I know this. So maybe we'll just have to send an email on through and join the takeover version of the mailbag, because, hey, I'll admit it. Beef or not, feud or not, that, in my opinion, is the fire show of the month every month. The Casual takeover of the mailbag. I'll be listening and I'll be contributing. We will see y'all next week. This is Kanye Twitty, WTFW podcast.
Thanks for listening to the WWE podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.